Hello guys, welcome back to Ryan's Ant World. Last video we discussed about how to start a colony. This video will be discussing about different species of ants. So there are different species of ants in the world, but we'll be only talking about 5 species of ants. I'm not going to go over Campanidus and carpenter ants since I discussed a lot of them in the previous episodes. So this video we'll be discussing about Fridolii ants, black crazy ants, yellow crazy ants, Pharaoh ants, and the infamous fire ants. So let's start off with the fire ants, but starting from the last. Let's start with the fire ants. So the fire ants is a genus Solenopus. They were originated in the South America, but later they were very infamous. They were first discovered in South America in the 1960s. And they were just in that part of the world. After some, when trading became a new popular thing, ships, like as I said, nuptial flights, like if a queen has mated and enters like a cargo ship, and the cargo ships transports to some other areas, the queen will land over there and can start going over there, and like that it spread to the whole world. And now fire ants are in the whole part of the world. These fire ants, these red ants, they're also called red ants. As to that, they're not red actually. They are called fire ants because of the sting. When it bites, it's like a poking stick. It's like a stick which is on fire poking into your hand. And when it's only one, it may not seem like that bad. But when it's thousands of them, you will feel like you're on fire right now. Literally. So these fire ants, they have now become all over the world now. And it's pretty much nowhere except they're there, except Antarctica, obviously. So these fire ants, they like tropical. They usually live in tropical areas, but they can also live in dry areas and also in your houses. And you may see them around in your house, sitting where you are on the table. And once or twice they might bite you also. These ants also like these ants, and actually they swarm in like this. When only one ant is there, they swarm on the predator, like on the prey. The ants are the predator, and the creature which they are hunting on is the prey. They swarm on the prey, like suffocating them and killing them and poking them with stingers. Until those stingers contain like paralyzing liquids, which are they're not toxic to humans, so don't worry about that. But they like paralyze the prey. And also, if you are allergic to fire ants, you may get kind of like an allergy if you are fire ants. Once just one ant is enough to bite you, and you will get your hands will become full of scars. It will not be a good time. You need to wait for so long. That will not be not good time at all. So that's all of it. We are going to fire ants right now. That's all I know about fire ants. Next ant is yellow crazy ants. These yellow crazy ants, you may think why they're called yellow crazy ants. They're not called yellow crazy ants because they're yellow in color. Yellow, they're kind of yellow, not like complete yellow. They're kind of like slightly brown and slightly yellow. But they're technically called yellow crazy ants. And the term crazy, it's because they have like huge legs and very long antennae. These guys are called crazy because they when threatened, they swarm. They run very fast. You cannot. It's like they are an invasive species. They harm other species of ants. Their origin is unknown. Nobody ever knows where they originated from. But now it's all over the globe, and these guys are invasive. So people believe that these ants are originated from Europe. But it's said that these yellow crazy ants will invade other species of ants in the countries. The native species, like the normal species of ants, they will invade it for more territory. The more territory they have, the better luck. The army ants, they will attack any colony which sustains their way. Army ants, we are not going to talk about army ants. Just a little bit of good to know information. These army ants, they convey a lot of territory, as they can have multiple queens. So they need a lot of space. While even yellow crazy ant also can have multiple queens. These guys do not have super majors usually. They do not have super majors. They're just normal ants. And they're polymorphic. Polymorphic means they have these a lot of queens. And also that these yellow crazy ants, they do not sting. They do not bite at all. They do not bite, but they are known for spreading diseases. But they do not spread diseases until they are like in a populated area. If they're in some kind of tropical forest or something, it's not likely that they'll transmit any diseases. Only if it's like in a populated area, that's where scientists usually discover that these ants are like diseases. Well, even once they discovered that one colony was having like malaria, literally. So if they bite, it can be kind of a nuisance, but not worry about that. As this, it's very rare for an yellow crazy ant to get any disease and transmit to a human. So that's it for this ant over here. It's very little is known about these ants. So that's it. So the next one. So our next ant is black crazy ants. And I'm sure all of you know these black ants which roam around in our house very fast. These ants are also called long-horned crazy ants, but they are usually called black crazy ants. These guys, they do not have super majors, but they are polymorphic. And this one unique thing about black crazy ants. See, like in some other colonies where we need, different, like when in some bullet ants, they do not carry. They do have winged reproductives, but in this bullet ants colonies, the queen is just a worker. But they are these worker bullet ants, they'll compete with each other to one become the alpha. Okay, and then another bullet ant male should come from the outside and mate with her, and then only she can lay eggs. That's the only special thing in bullet ants. But that does not happen in all species of ants. Others, queens can live up to 50 years and all that, 30 years, sorry. And they just have this winged reproductive life and continue their generation. But in these species, they also have these winged reproductives, and also they can in other colonies they cannot mate with their brothers and sisters. But in these colonies, even the same queen can mate with the same male from their same colony itself. They do not need different colonies to come. They do not need different males to come, and they can have 100 of queens producing up to 60 eggs a day. Think about how many workers there are. And these crazy ants, black crazy ants, all have you seen these? Every ant moves in a line, right? Black crazy ants, they like in yellow crazy ants, they are not called. The black crazy ants not called crazy because they run very fast like that, like in yellow crazy ants. These ants, when they find some food, all ants go in a line, small pick up food and go back in line, right? These ants, they just rush everywhere. They don't care if there's a pheromone trail leading to the food. They don't walk in a line. They just rush everywhere, surround the food, take it back to the home, eat it. That's what we call crazy ants. So that's it for these crazy ants. Our next ant is Pheidole. So I have discussed very little about Pheidole in the previous videos. So these ants, they are polymorphic. They have big heads. They have big workers with big heads and all that, as I've said in the last videos. What's unique about these ants is that their workers, the huge little super majors, they are not only used to cut up the food, okay? They are also used to defend themselves from other colonies which are attacking. So in army ants, as I said before, they're invasive species. They attack, they need a lot of territory. So if they are there, so now let's consider this as this is a hole which is leading to the colony, the Pheidole ant colony. Here, these heads are they are very huge. These army ants, when they come, they are not very strong enough to break the heads of those super majors. these super majors literally take three of the super majors, these big headed super majors. They block the entrance with their heads. Like they block their entrance with their heads. How big the hole is, all the super majors come block their like put their heads in the hole and block it. There's nothing that can overcome that, as the head is also strong. And if they might feel a little bit injured, they bite that ant, kill it to the ground, and come back to its normal position, like defending the colony. That's one way. And also, like from snakes. Some snakes like these Fridolians. They think these guys are very juicy and they like to eat these juicy super majors. But the snake does not know what is inside the colony. When this Fridolian colony is very big, they'll have workers. The workers can bite like fire ants, but they're not very strong as fire ants. The super majors with the bite, it's going to leak blood, the skin is going to cut, and a lot of blood is going to be there. These super majors, if a snake comes, they're very like, the snakes are very attracted to them. They like eating them. And if the queen, though the queens are small, the workers are very big. So when the snake comes, they do not know what is inside. If they enter the colony, they may kill some few workers on the outside and go enter the colony, the hole. But see, like we may just see like a small little, like an ant nest, a small mound. You may think are they living in that, but it's a whole network of tubes underground. And in the most underground chamber is where the queen's lay. Right next to that are the super majors, like a full hole filled with large super majors. And if there is an alert of something entering the colony, these guys rush out, and it's a bad day for a snake. It's going to kill the snake with the huge heads. So that's it for these Fridolians. Our next one is pheromans. Our next one is pheromans. So their name comes from these Egyptian pharaohs, those little masks which the rulers wear. That's where the name comes from. Because these ants, they were considered, and like they were found in Egypt first, and later they spread. No one knows why in that land there's like very no food and very dry area they were originated, but it's said that they were originated over there, and then later spread over there, everywhere on the globe. These guys are very they stick to the ground almost. They are also like fire ants, but they are very identical like fire ant. You need to be like a very very like complicated. These guys they look same as pheromans, but the only difference is these guys are very small, where the fire ants are a little big. That's the only difference in pheromans. While these super majors and pheromans, they are super majors, but some ants are a bit big. They are called super majors. They are the set of fire ants. That's kind of really confusing. But after we watch the videos multiple times, we'll get over it. So these guys, there's not much to know about them. They're not originated from Egypt actually. They're not originated. The name comes from the heads, they're like fire ants itself. But I don't know what is it, but the scientists think that they call it for pheromans, but I don't know why. I do not still know why they are called pheromans. So very little is known about them, as they are not usually known in hunting but they are invasive species, and they have been said that they have killed a whole army and colony which has taken over 5 acres of land. Killed just pheromans, the very tiny ants. Because they also have multiple queens. They are polymorphic, they have multiple queens. They have pheromans, they can lay 600 eggs a day. So if there are 20 workers, imagine how much eggs it's laying per day. So that's it is known about pheromans. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment, leave a subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank you for watching. Thank you.